Hi guys, Rich Bassine from RJBassine.com. Coming to you today to do a sneak peek video. I'm running a little late. I was just watching NBR News and they were talking about companies implanting chips in your hands to make purchases and to tell you all the benefits of having it. And me personally, this is what some companies, I think a company, I forget what state it's in, and the CEO I guess is offering chip implants to their employees that work at their company. And I don't work for a company, I used to, but if my company was to offer something like that, chip implants, I would tell them adios. I don't need to swipe my hand and to pay a bill or to start my car up, as they say, and you could use it for a lot of other various things. They have a thing on Smart Pay, you could use your phone. You got access cards, you could swipe through, you don't have to have a chip implanted in your hand, and you don't know the adverse health effects that will come along with it. But anyway, that's why I'm running a little late. I normally would never do a sneak peek at this time of the night. It's 11:30 on the East Coast here, 11:30 p.m. on the East Coast here. I'm in New York, of course. And I picked up a few items. I didn't pick up much. With this reselling business, I have to say one thing. Since doing it full time, I have to honestly say I never seen hours. I never seen the morning, the afternoons, and the evenings go by so fast. You run to a thrift store, like the thrift store that opens up around my place around during the week. It's open up by, I think at 10 o'clock it opens up. And you walk in there and there's tons of people in there. I mean, half day, 25% off, 50% off, it doesn't matter, and no percent off. There are people in that thrift store every day. And it's usually, if I went there 3 times in a row, I see the people 3 times in a row. If I went there 5 times in a row, I'd see the people there 5 times, you know. It's amazing how people are there every day. I don't go every day. I haven't been there in the last 2 weeks. I just went recently, so let me go take a ride over there, see what they got going on. I just wanted to check it out. So I picked up a few things. Nothing really, like super great, but I'm hoping that, I could, do something good with it, make some sales with it. And I hope, I can get unloaded this stuff really quick. But we'll see how it goes. Without further ado, I don't want this to protract too long because it is getting late. It is, 11:30 now, and I just want to go over this stuff really quick. First thing I picked up over here is going to go over to say I picked up this Cabbage Patch doll. For those out there who are into Cabbage Patch or collecting them, I remember my daughters when they were younger, they had a couple of these here, and you don't realize later on how how looked upon, how people would, some people still like to collect these things, I mean, I don't know, maybe they put them on their shelf or whatever. They still like these dolls. This one has the Xavier Roberts signed on it here. Well, it's not him personally, folks, just to let you know. They all come like that, the Cabbage Patch. I guess that's just to authenticate it. And it's the blonde-headed doll. Pretty clean, not bad. They had another one there, but it had no price on it. And to get prices from them, whenever you bring it up to the thrift store, you tell them, I found this doll without a price on it. They take it and they put it back to say, well, that's it. It'll be priced on their terms, and then when they price it, then they'll put it out. And I'm not going to hang around all day, to wait for them to price it. So we got that going on here. Another thing I picked up is the M&Ms cushion pillow. This one says here racing team, so I'm assuming you would take this, I guess, to the races, whatever. Like I guess the car race maybe or whatever, or maybe you don't have to take it to any race. You can sit on it. It's a cushion pad, pillow. I call it a cushion pillow. Not something to sleep on, something you sit on, of course. And you got that on one side, and then on this side here, you got the guy this way here. Pretty decent condition, pretty clean. It's somewhat clean. There's really no rips in there, any things I could see. Maybe a little blemishes here and there. Light, very light, if anything. Otherwise, that's what you got going on here. Nice pillow. I guess it's like a vinyl material. So we got that going on. I picked up this little lunch box. Had to clean it out. I think at one time it was being used to store crayons. It's cleaned out now, but it had like little crayon markings in there. There was no thermos with it, but it's a Superman one. And on the back it has DC Comics, 2000. That's what it has on it. I guess I don't think that's who made it. There is a company that did make it, and it's the Tin Box Company that made it. But I'll just show you back here what they put in there. I guess they have to, brand it at that it's a DC Comics thing here. But it's on the back here. So you can see it over there. If this thing will focus in. Oh, figures, I turned it upside down. Okay, so that's what you got going on here, folks. Okay. Not bad. It's decent condition. It does have some scratches around the side, some wear marks. If you look on the bottom here, it's got a little wear mark over here. That's just a glare. It does have some wear marks on it, due to the age. You're talking 17 years ago, 17 years old, right? So, considering though, I mean, the condition doesn't. I've seen some of these lunch boxes over there for different ones, different companies, and the things caved in, all bashed up and stuff like that. This one here is pretty good. It seems like a little embossed here, embossed. See, raised. I should say raised, whatever. This side's completely flat, but not bad. And the inside, like I said, is pretty clean, considering. Okay, and that's what we got going on with that. I don't know if people collect these things. I guess I would assume. I picked up this. I came across this here. It's an old Streamline binoculars. It's got like a velvety texture in here, and I don't know. You can see it in there. It's like all velvety, right? Lined, whatever. The case is somewhat decent. It does have wear marks on it. Okay, the case does have wear marks on it. It does snap still. Still got that good snapping sound there. It locks pretty good, like that. But it is worn. It does have. You can see it. It's old. I don't know. I can't tell you how old it is. This looks like it could be an aftermarket. If it does come with the strap like this, I don't think it does. To be honest with you, I think this was an add-on feature. I would think more likely it would be a strap like this. But I think somebody did just improvise and put this on here. If it did come like that, that's news to me. Okay, but for the case here. And here's the binoculars. They're pretty good. They're solid. I don't know. They seem like they're very well made, They'd have to be tuned in here, whatever, focused in. But they seem like really good binoculars. The band is you can see it's old looking. It's like an old cowhide, whatever, or leather. And that's what we got going on for you, folks. You can see it's, but as far as the binoculars, they're not too bad. They got to be cleaned up, but you can see. All right. No lens covers for them, but they're not bad, and they move they got that nice feel to them, And here's where you adjust the focus right here. And these are, oh, by the way, I'm sorry, these are Streamline 7x35. My webcam, there we go. That's what we got going on. Streamline 7x, 7 times 35, I guess that's it. And I think these move, yeah, they do. Look at that. This moves too. Yeah, I guess you could have adjust. I guess you adjust them this way, I think. See, these are pretty decent ones. Sometimes, you pick stuff up, you say, I wonder if I should keep for myself. But I used to bird watch. I used to go bird watching back in the day. These would have been nice. I never really, well, when I was younger then, I was a little kid at the time. I used to be into bird watching. But these would be nice back then. They seem like a pretty good and well made. They're pretty heavy. I don't know any price point for this here, folks. So if someone's going to inquire about a price point, I don't know. I really don't know what these are going to cost. But I had to do my research on it. But that's what we got going on with that. If you're into a nice pair of old binoculars, again, I don't know the when they will, when they were produced. I don't know. 40s, 50s, 60s. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I'll have to do my research on that. So we got that going on here. Picked up another case. It's got to be a little cleaned up over here. It's a Marc Jacobs eyeglass case. The big one, Half Moon one. I call it the Half Moon. Pretty decent. These are leather. It's a leather case. Okay. And, it's got the magnetic lock. If someone's looking for it, if you're interested in it. It's got the cloth here, cleaning cloth. But this cloth here, it doesn't say Marc Jacobs on it. So this is what was in there, and this is what I'm going to include in there with it. Nice cleaning cloth, okay. But again, this is the this is what do you call it? The Marc Jacobs eyeglass case. So we got that going on. I do have quite a few eyeglass cases on there, and eyeglasses too. I would like to get rid of them. I picked up this here new Disney. Well, it's new. It hasn't been used. I don't know when it came out, but it's the Incredibles picture frame here. So I have a couple Disney frames, I think, up on there, and this is going to be another one added onto it. And it's got the Walt Disney World sticker, I think, on there. And, you know, still got it on there. Okay. I'm going to probably leave it there. I don't know if I'm going to sell it for that price. I don't know. I don't know the price point. I'll probably work around that because, you know, people say, well, if you're going to sell it for $40, I don't know what I'm going to sell it for. But that's the price on it. But that's what we got going on, the Incredibles. So if you got little kids or a little son or daughter who likes them there, you maybe might want to check into that. I also picked up, this is about the only thing I picked up new, and something else here. I got this here. It's the Disney Planes Fire and Rescue. They call it Riplash Flyers. Brand new. It was never taken out of the package, as you can see. I pick up novelty things like this sometimes too, folks. Yeah, because I figured maybe you got a little kid that might want to play around, you know, want something like this that might have to be in Disney. It says flies 15 plus feet in the air. I would suggest if you're going to get this for your kid, son or daughter, whoever they're going to play for, you might want to take them to a park. If you live in an area that's surrounded by a lot of trees, I could just see this thing getting stuck in a tree. So you might want to consider doing that there. I know I would. If it was for my daughters, I would take them to an open field or a park or whatever and let them, you know, fly it up like that, because I could see this thing getting stuck in a tree. And then if you do buy it, it'll be a one-time deal. Unless you go up the tree and climb and get it, which I wouldn't recommend anybody do. But that's what we got going on, okay? Okay, moving right along. I picked up this here. Now, I just sold... Finally, it's been up there for months. I just sold my Sony CyberShot camera. It's the one I think I've done in the past. I showed you guys. That's the camera I sold is the one I have, but I bought mine brand new, and what I sold that for is not what I paid for mine. But I finally sold it, and I sold the digital printer with it because I don't use it because I got the HP 7520 PhotoSmart printer, which prints. Will print out copies for me. We'll do 4x6 prints. So with that in mind, I figured let me get rid of the digital printer because I don't use it, and that's what I did. So whoever gets that there, it's a nice little package, putting in the Sony CyberShot camera, and they get the digital printer that will work with that, you know, with the software and everything with it. I don't use it, so that's why I got rid of it. I got like I said, I'm gonna use the HP, and I did a test shot, a test run with the HP PhotoSmart printer. It takes good pictures. It takes just as good pictures, so I'm happy with it. But anyway, I came across this at the thrift store, a color printing pack, and it does come with the paper, and it comes with the film, the print cartridge, I should say. I'm sorry. So I don't have a price point this, but I know they're not that exactly cheap, but they can be a little pricey. I remember seeing one back in the day. I bought one. It was with the bonus pack. It was a total of 75 sheets you get. This one here, I think it's only about 25, if that. Postcard size. Well, oh yeah, 25. The one I bought was 75. It had 75 sheets, and I think I paid close to $70 for it. But that was 75 sheets, so yeah, you figure almost $1 a sheet. But this is not bad though. And this, I might message the buyer who bought the printer and say I just came across the print cartridges for that digital printer. If he's interested, you know, I let him know, put him up, and if he wants to buy them, they'll buy them. I don't know what I'm going to charge for these things. I got to do my research on it, but I know they're not going to be. I can't, you know, sell it too cheap. Anyway, folks, I just want to say this here. In regards to these, I usually pair these up. Okay. Whenever I pick up one of these, I always try to pick up headsets to go with it and make a set. I will not be selling any more of these players, Member X, Sony, whatever. And I'm going to tell you why. Every time, I know people are going to say, well, why don't you test that at the thrift store? I powered it on, you know, they had the batteries in it, but I didn't have a disc to play it. And at the time, I didn't think about using a headset. I picked these up today, along with this. This, when I brought it home, it didn't work. And I don't know if something went really completely funky with it. And now it doesn't work at all as a power on. So this will be put on eBay for parts not working. This is the third one I bought, and strike three, you're out. I am not going to buy any more of these here. They're all a hit and miss, And I have sold a few in the past, a Panasonic and a couple Sonys, and I had no problem with them. They, you know, you bring them home, you pop the batteries in, you're keeping your fingers crossed, like, oh, I hope this works, or else I'm stuck, because there's no returns or no refunds at that thrift store I go to. If I go to the thrift store and say I brought this home, I put batteries in it, it didn't work, can I have my money back? To say, you know, that's it, all sales are final. So this will be going up for parts only. With this, I don't know, I might just sell it separate, or if I do sell it together, I could just say include it, make a package out of it. You know, you say, well, what are you going to do with this here? Be sold for parts not working. That's it. You know, maybe you could take the casing off on it. You know, maybe you could take the case. If your case is cracked, you can take it off. I'm sure it's simple enough to pop out. I think there's a couple screws in here. I don't know if there's any components that will work in here, but I'm not going to sell it for super top dollar, that's for sure. So here's another one to add to the other misfits for parts not working. So I will not be selling any more of these unless they're brand spanking new, or I get to really test them out in the store where I could maybe grab one of these or hang it from a shelf and maybe bring batteries with me and stuff like that, and test it out to give it, you know, make sure it works 100%, because like I said, in a thrift store there's really no way of testing it out. I didn't have batteries with me. I don't carry batteries with me to the thrift store, and sometimes it's a hit and miss. I mean, even with the Sony ones, I buy them and I'm keeping my fingers crossed. So when I bring it home, it's like, oh, please, I hope this works. I hope it works. And 9 out of 10, I had no problem. But there is one. In some cases, there is a Sony now I have that is being sold for parts not working. I had it in the thrift store. I think it powered on, but I couldn't get it to play. So that one's being sold for parts not working. I think I have a Kenwood too for parts not working. So this guy will be the third, I think, for parts not working. So I am done with these. It's a shame. I mean, I had to think like that. Like I said, unless there's a better testing method for me to use at the thrift store, I will not be selling any more of these. So you won't be seeing these not on my website, you know, eBay listings. You shouldn't see these unless they're really. The only way you'll see something like this on there is if they've been fully tested in the thrift store and they're 100% working. That's the only way you'll see them on. But otherwise, going forward, these will not be. I will not be selling these anymore. I don't care what brand they are. That's the third time I got stuck with it. Well, this is the third time. I am not buying any more of those. And last but not least, I picked up this here. You know, I like to do the Disney themes, folks. You know, I think you know that. You've seen some of my listens that I do have stuff for Disney on there. And this is a nice luggage bag, I guess, for a nice little, you know, one of your daughters, you know, for a little girl or whatever. It's got the wheels. It's got the extended handle. You could carry it with you. At least I think it's for travel. I don't think it's a school bag. Because it has a nameplate back here. You can put the nameplate. It does have little marks over here. Overall, it's clean. I don't know if this was ever used, and if it was, it must have been used very, very lightly, because if you look at the wheels, folks, if I get up here, if you look at the wheels have hardly any wear on them. That's the one wheel. Look, like, you know, like usually it'll be chopped up. It's not that bad. It looks pretty clean, right? You're seeing the same thing I would see, like I'm seeing. And the same thing with the other one here. You know? And the bottom, where the rest, if you look at those don't have like really much scuff marks on them. As I said, this might have been used, this might have been maybe they played around with it in the house or something with a carpet on there or something, whatever. Look at the bottom pieces here. There's like, they're hardly scuffed, scratched. See? It's got that metallic look in there. Yeah, it's got like that metallic blue. And I wouldn't recommend carrying from here because, you know, I'm not saying you can't, but I would always think that if this is not made properly, this could, you know, well, it is really bolted in. I mean, it is made well. I mean, it does feel hard. I don't think anything would happen. But if you were to, if you know, some kid, whatever, was to carry it, it might be a little strenuous, you know, if it was filled up to the hilt, this thing. I would definitely use this here. Use this to carry it. And it's got the nice handle. It's got this little thing here to open it up, the zipper. And I'll just show you the inside really quick. It's got two zippers. It's nice. Like I said, maybe, you know, if your daughter goes to go visit grandma or their aunts or whatever, and they need a little overnight bag or whatever, you got this in here. Pretty clean inside. See, not bad, pretty clean. I guess, I'm not sure, I guess this lining comes out. I don't know. Yeah, I guess the whole thing zippers out. That's what it looks like. What would you put back there? I don't know. I mean, the only thing that's back here is the thing to, you know, the handle. But otherwise, it's pretty clean considering. Okay, it looks like it's got some sparkles in here. I don't know if that's the way it's supposed to come or somebody had in there. Again, it's like a little kid's travel, like a little girl's travel bag. Again, if you're going to go, I guess, like I said, do an overnighter or weekend thing, you might want to consider this here for your daughter or whatever, especially if they're into the Little Mermaid. Okay, it's got 2 zippers on there. Okay, and it's got a piece of thread here, which got to be cut off. But otherwise, it's really nice and clean, folks. You can see it. It's nice and clean. And in case you're wondering really quick, dimensions on it, I could do that really quick for you. Like I said, it's going on 12 o'clock here, and I really want to wrap this up. Get my tape measure here, just in case you're wondering, like, you know, because some people might say, yeah, that's nice, I wonder what the dimensions are. So if you go from here to here, from width to width here, well, I should say length, it's about 16 inches, right, length. Height is about roughly about 14 inches, and the width is about 7. Okay, so you got, just to recap it, 16 inches in length, the height is 14 inches, and the width is 7 inches. Okay, so now you got an idea how big the bag is. All right, that's basically it, folks. That's all I really have right now. I didn't pick up too much. This is a sneak peek video for 7/25. I also have a timestamp. If you notice on my videos, I have the timestamp there, just to give you guys a heads up so you know it's not an old video. And you know, just let you know, like, oh, you know, this video was produced today, and hopefully tomorrow. It's not really much. I don't see why it should be a problem trying to get this up there. The only thing I find time consuming, folks, is when I do it is the descriptions and stuff, and then the research. That's the only thing I find about this type of business. I gotta say one thing, doing this full time, I never worked harder than I did in the corporate world. I mean, I'm not saying there was no stress involved in it, but this to me is a lot more work because, well, again, you're fending for yourself, so to speak, and it does take a lot. It really does drain you. I mean, as you can see, it's going on 12 o'clock. It's 10 to 12 right here, almost midnight on the East Coast here, and I'm still up doing a sneak peek video. I normally would never do a video this late. The only reason I'm doing it this time is because, like I said, I think in one of my videos earlier, I think there was I was talking about doing a sneak peek video, and I want to keep my word to it. And I don't want to say, I thought that guy was doing a sneak peek video, and then I end up doing tomorrow morning, whatever. So I said I was going to do it today, and that's why I'm doing. You know, I'm doing it now. I know there's not going to be people on the East Coast watching this video because they're probably getting ready to go to sleep or get ready for work or whatever. I think I'm going to call it a night because I'm kind of tired. Spend time cleaning these things up, checking them out. I had to log them in because I need to know the prices on them before I start. You know, I'm not going to show you the items with the price. So I got to take the adhesive off and clean it up, and you know. So that's why it takes a little time consuming. Plus, I got caught up doing something else. I know, like I said, normally it would have been done a lot earlier than this. I would say when I came home from the first store, I don't know, maybe it was around 2 o'clock, broke for lunch, did some paperwork. I could have probably had this all up by maybe 3:30, 4 o'clock, and time lapsed because then it was protracting into dinner, and that's the end result of it. So anyway, folks, I'm getting tired, and I'm going to call it a night. If you like what I do with these videos, folks, please subscribe to my channel. If you get anything out of them, you know, like on my other videos, please give a thumbs up, and I will talk to you soon. These items, like I said, if this is the first time coming to my YouTube channel, my name is Rich Basine from RJBasine.com. I do sneak peek videos, demo videos, and intro videos. As you can see there on my YouTube channel, there's quite a bit of sneak peek videos. I talk about other things as well. And this is to give you, the potential buyer, eBay buyer, a heads up as to what's going to be put up on eBay. As I state many times in these sneak peeks, it's to give you a little insight of what's going to be listed, and it also acts as a first come first serve. So you stumbled on this YouTube channel. If you're a follower of me and you see these type of things you like, you could give you, it's kind of like giving you a heads up. You could put me on, like I said, well, if you subscribe to me, you'll know every time I make a video. But if you want to keep me on your watch list on eBay, my eBay user ID is, and I also want a lot of dashes, but it's shop-rjpacini-4-great-deals. I know a lot of dashes in there, right? I should just went right across with it. I wanted to break it up like that because if people see like one continuous word, it's like shop rjpacini. I mean, it's like having a sentence there, so that's why I broke it up like that. But anyway, and you want to keep me on your your watch list, or on eBay. I think you would get notified as to when I put stuff up, and if not, then you could just do a search every now and then. So I try to get, in closing, I try to get a little bit of everything. I know in my past videos I was stating that I would like to kind of like try to get into something different, like maybe once I get rid of this inventory, stay away from printers, and I don't know if I'm going to be still selling those Rock Band guitars, but maybe something that's a little more manageable, or something where I could maybe get set standard boxes instead of doing custom boxes, because I make custom boxes pretty much for everything I sell. I'm not gonna, if I have something little like this, I'm not gonna put it in a big box. So what I do is I customize it. I cut the sides down, I make it small, I make it where you're gonna still be able to pad it up and protect the item, but at the same time I'm customizing the boxes. I'm thinking of something like something small, or something I could throw into a padded envelope, maybe deal more with clothes or something. I don't know, but I'm toying around with the idea. Like I said, I've only been doing this now for a little over a year. Was it in June? Yeah, June. Yeah. So I've been doing a year and 1 month already. So like I said, I'm not an expert at it, but I am learning as I go along. I don't mind doing this right now. It's nice to see the sales come in, but they're kind of like trickling in. Like today, I had one sale. Someone made a best offer for the Wizard of Oz videotape VHS. I accepted it only to get rid of it. And there's nothing wrong with it, but I just want to get it out. It's been sitting there for months. And I encourage you, if potential buyers, that if you go to my listings, eBay listings, the ones that have best offer on it, please make the best offer. Don't feel funny. I don't know if people feel funny, but I have a majority of the stuff I have listed has best offers on it. I also have a lot that just came off too, that just dropped off. I don't know if I'm going to relist them. I'm thinking of like feeling the waters out with Amazon. I don't know. I think it's like 32 items that dropped off. I don't know if I'm going to list all 32 items on Amazon and see where it goes with that. But then I would have 3 different platforms. Then I'd have Amazon, eBay, and Bonanza, with all selling almost the same things. Well, not really, because I'm not going to list those on. No, actually, it wouldn't work that way. Because if I'm just listing them on Amazon, Bonanza wouldn't pick it up. Although Bonanza has it where you can import Amazon listings onto their website, onto Bonanza website, because I know they do it with eBay. And when I go onto Bonanza, I see it's a replication, it's a mirror image. Whatever on eBay is on Bonanza. And the way it's set up, I think the way Bonanza has it set up is that when someone makes a purchase on Bonanza, I think automatically it comes off, because I don't see it on eBay all the time. I think it comes automatically. At least I believe it does. But that's the way I thought it worked for me. So, that's what's going on with that. But I don't know. I don't know with the unsold items. I don't know if I'm going to relist them all on eBay. I mean, right now, eBay is my primary selling platform. So I don't know if I'm going to go that route. I might go that route. I don't know. But the only thing that hurts with Amazon is those fees. I mean, the fees, for me, they're astronomical. I mean, you got to charge a decent price to get, to make a decent profit. Because I was looking at some of the fees on certain things, and it's like, they're ridiculous with those fees. I mean, expensive. And then if you use their I think I mentioned this once before, really quick. If you use, I called up Amazon once before because something sold on Amazon, and Amazon wants you to use their shipping services. So if it's UPS, you go through them. But from what the guy was telling me from Amazon, that they charge for delivery tracking. And I said, you guys charge for that? He said, yeah, we charge for that. He goes, I just wanted to let you know that. Because I said, because he was telling me it's better to probably go with Amazon if you're selling on Amazon, because the way they could track it, and if there's any discrepancies between the buyer and you, it's already documented because the postage has been done through Amazon and so on and so forth. But you know what? I did it through PayPal. I got free tracking. Why am I going to go to Amazon and sell and get a postage off for them, and I have to pay for free tracking for delivery tracking? It doesn't make no sense. And there goes my clock. 12 o'clock, folks. 6 midnight. It's time to call it a night. As much as I love to talk on about YouTube and YouTube about eBay and everything else, it's time to call it a night. Guys, have a great night wherever you are, a great day wherever you are, and if it's different parts of the world, whatever, if you're watching this here. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Be on the lookout for these items. They will be coming. If you have any questions about them, and you want to message me through the eBay messenger system, like if you got some other additional questions, even though it's not exactly listed, you could comment, tell me, hey Rich, I don't know, what's going to be the price of that luggage thing that I'm really interested in, and I'll work something out with you. I'll talk to you about it. I don't know. Like I said, I don't have the price points for any of these things right now. That's why tomorrow it's going to take a little time. It's not much, but because certain things I have templates already for them all set up, and for some cases, like the Cabbage Patch doll, I sold, I think, either one or two of them. I don't know if the other one sold. I think the other one might have sold. I might have a template for that, for the Cabbage Patch. All I got to do is change the pictures around. So that should probably be no problem setting that up. And the other things, I don't think I need. Matter of fact, I'm not going to be doing any intro videos, but there's nothing to do an intro on. There's nothing here. There's really nothing to do in the intro on. I already did my intro videos. So this is just a sneak peek. But again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate. Contact me. I'll talk to you soon, guys. Have a great night. Take care now, and bye-bye.